House of Horror opens with an eerie stillness that immediately signals to the viewer that ordinary rules no longer apply, establishing a tension that will persist throughout the episode. The story begins with a young couple moving into an old, secluded house seeking a fresh start after a personal tragedy. The house itself is presented not merely as a backdrop, but as an active force, a silent observer whose presence permeates every scene. Its decaying exterior, overgrown gardens, and shadow-filled interiors create an atmosphere that is both enchanting and menacing. The opening sequence is masterfully shot, with slow pans over cracked walls, broken windows, and cobweb-laden corners, all under a sky painted with the colors of dusk, immediately immersing the audience in a world where safety and normality are illusions. From the very first steps inside the house, the couple experiences subtle anomalies, doors that close on their own, whispers echoing through empty hallways, and fleeting glimpses of figures in the corner of the eye. These early incidents establish the tone, signaling that the horror will not be overt or constant but creeping, psychological, and relentless. The series' ability to blend supernatural and human fears becomes evident as the narrative progresses. The couple begins to encounter traces of previous inhabitants, including old letters, personal objects, and photographs that hint at dark secrets. Each discovery serves as both exposition and a catalyst for tension, slowly revealing the house's sinister history. The storytelling here is deliberate, with suspense carefully built over time rather than relying on immediate shocks or graphic violence. One of the episode's most memorable scenes involves the couple discovering a hidden room behind a false wall, revealing artifacts suggestive of occult practices. The scene is visually stunning, with candlelight flickering across the room, casting grotesque shadows that seem almost alive. This sequence highlights tales from the Crypt's strength in combining visual storytelling with narrative depth, creating a scene that is both frightening and intellectually engaging. Character development is a core strength of House of Horror, with the couple depicted as multidimensional individuals whose reactions to the unfolding horror are both realistic and compelling. Their dynamic shifts as the story progresses, from initial curiosity to fear, obsession, and ultimately confrontation with the house's supernatural force. These psychological layers add depth to the narrative, allowing viewers to connect emotionally with the characters while simultaneously experiencing the suspense and terror of their journey. The series also skillfully uses irony and dark humor to punctuate moments of tension. For instance, a scene in which one character attempts to rationalize an obviously supernatural event results in an unexpected and darkly humorous outcome, reminding viewers of the series' distinctive tone, which balances horror with wit. Another key element is the manipulation of time and space within the house, which becomes increasingly disorienting as the episode progresses. Hallways seem to lengthen, rooms appear and disappear, and objects move in impossible ways. This spatial distortion creates a psychological effect on both the characters and the audience, heightening suspense and emphasizing the theme that the house itself is an intelligent and malevolent force. The episode's sound design further amplifies the tension, with subtle audio cues such as the creaking of floorboards, faint whispers, and distant knocks contributing to a pervasive sense of unease. These sounds are carefully layered to enhance the visual storytelling, creating a fully immersive experience that engages both mind and senses. A particularly intense sequence occurs when the couple explores the attic, discovering remnants of past tragedies and evidence of rituals performed within the house. The attic becomes a metaphorical space of confrontation with the past, the unknown, and the couple's own fears. The cinematography emphasizes the claustrophobic nature of the space, using tight framing and shadows to create a sense of entrapment. The climax of House of Horror is both shocking and inevitable. As the supernatural presence becomes fully manifest, the couple is forced to confront not only the house's malevolence, but also their own choices and vulnerabilities. The tension peaks in a series of rapid, interconnected events that combine visual horror, psychological strain, and moral reckoning. The resolution is dark yet satisfying, providing closure while leaving lingering questions, a hallmark of Tales from the Crypt's narrative style. The episode is also notable for its thematic richness, exploring human curiosity, the consequences of isolation, and the moral dilemmas inherent in the pursuit of knowledge. The house functions as both a literal and symbolic space, reflecting the fears, obsessions, and vulnerabilities of its inhabitants. This layered approach ensures that the horror is not only visceral but also intellectually engaging, offering viewers multiple levels of interpretation. Personal accounts from viewers highlight the lasting impact of this episode. Many recall feeling a deep sense of immersion, their own imaginations engaged by the house's shifting spaces and enigmatic history. Others recount the thrill of watching with friends or family, noting that discussions about character motivations, plot twists, and the psychological elements of fear enhance their appreciation of the storytelling. Comparisons with other horror anthologies reveal that Tales from the Crypt stands out for its sophisticated narrative approach, combining suspense, dark humor, and thematic depth. House of Horror exemplifies the series' commitment to storytelling that is both entertaining and intellectually satisfying, eschewing gratuitous shocks in favor of carefully constructed tension and moral exploration. In conclusion, House of Horror is a masterful episode that showcases the best of Tales from the Crypt. Its meticulous attention to atmosphere, character development, narrative pacing, and thematic resonance ensures a compelling viewing experience from beginning to end. The episode succeeds in creating suspense that is psychologically engaging, combining supernatural elements with human vulnerability, irony, and moral complexity. The house itself emerges as an unforgettable character, embodying the fears, obsessions, and consequences that define the narrative. House of Horror remains a standout example of the anthology's ability to blend horror with intelligence and artistry, leaving a lasting impression on viewers and inviting repeated engagement to uncover new layers of meaning, subtle foreshadowing, and narrative intricacies. It is a story that lingers in the imagination, challenging perceptions of fear and curiosity, and confirming Tales from the Crypt as a seminal work in horror television.